in Plymouth, Minnesota. 4 o'clock. Welcome to the broadcast. We're going to watch the Eden Prairie Eagles take on the Wayzata Trojans. AA teams, Phantoms. Right now, Eden Prairie's playing Wayzata on the other rink, Rink A. It's in the middle of the second period, and the Trojans are up 3-0. So hopefully Eden Prairie can kick things in action and get things rolling and score a few goals. So we will find out about that as it goes on. And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But last time Eden Prairie played the Trojans, we won. So we should be in for a pretty good battle. We will find out. There's the Trojan team over there. We have about 2 minutes left before the horn sounds, and we get rolling on this game. Eden Prairie's coming off a huge win against Edina a few days ago. Eden Prairie, going into the middle of the second, was up 3-0. Edina came back in the third and actually ended up taking the lead 5-4. And the Eden Prairie scored 3 goals unanswered and won the game. That was pretty awesome. Conrad had a hat trick. So congratulations, Owen. So that's the competition. As far as Wayzata looks, they look good size, so should be a good battle. Eden Prairie has everybody here except for Will Schultz, who has a broken leg. Hi, Will, if you're watching. Mr. Elliott said that he was headed towards the Super Bowl in Vegas this weekend. So, Mike, if you can, put down a 20 on San Francisco for me. So we'll see how that Super Bowl goes. I believe San Francisco is favored by 2, or at least they were as of earlier today. But it should be a good game, and we'll tune in. So there's the horn. Not much of a horn, I guess, but they'll pick up the pucks. Eden Prairie has 3 coaches on the bench. I don't see Mr. Segfeld in the penalty box yet. Oh, there he is. I see him coming. There he is. Walking along, white hat. Behind Dave. Oh, behind the Blaze Credit Union sign. There he is. Found his job. So we are just about ready to go here, get things rolling. The Eagles are ready to go. We're going to see how close we can come. Maybe about right there. Eden Prairie starting out with Dobchuk taking the draw. Peterson, Conrad, Adams, and Segfeld. We have 3 refs. Wayzata has 2 coaches on the bench. They have 2 goalies as well, and one's just headed to the bench. And we're ready to get things rolling. Wayzata wins the draw. Working their way across neutral. Takes a shot, goes off of Adams' shin pad. Conrad shovels it up to Dobchuk, who's working his way into the zone. Got it to Peterson, a shot saved by the Wayzata goalie. Now working at it on the far side. Dobchuk tried centering, and that puck ends up all the way down in Eden Prairie zone. Segfeld after it, picks it up, chips it off the far boards. Segfeld still running with it. Turns around. I think he might be. No, he's just. He's headed towards the bench. Lee and Hall working at it along the end boards. Wayzata ends up with the puck in the far corner. Chips it up the wall. Nomquist trying to get a stick on it. Wayzata working it into the Eden Prairie zone. Hall knocks it away, and a shot coming from the point. Now it's in the slot. Another shot. Both saves by Erickson. Tucker hits it with a high stick, and so the whistle blows. 13:39 left in the first period. Hall taking the draw. Ends up at the line. Sent down. Tucker gets a mid on it and gets checked into the boards. And they're blowing the whistle. I'm not quite sure if that is a penalty. I believe it might be. Yes, it is. So Eden Prairie goes on the power play with 13:32 left in the first period. Hopefully Tucker's okay. Looks like Conrad's taking the draw. Dobchuk and Peterson are taking the defensive position, while Segfeld and Adams are taking the forward positions. Conrad knocks it back to Peterson, who tried to get it over, but a Wayzata player got in the way. So Eden Prairie has to regroup. Dobchuk to Conrad. Adams chips it in. Adams gets tripped. Wayzata ends with the puck. Sends it high in the air. Now it's at center ice. Dobchuk gets it to Conrad. Conrad looking for an opening. Gets it to Peterson. Back to Conrad. Conrad loses the handle briefly and then gets it over to Adams. Adams takes a shot. Save. Segfeld puts it in. Segfeld with a goal. Eden Prairie scores on the power play. Segfeld with the goal. Nice going. 12:52 left in the first. 1:21 was left on the power play for Eden Prairie. Got it right in front, and Segfeld chipped it in. Hall taking the draw. Elliott sent it into the Wayzata zone, no icing. Wayzata there first. But Eden Prairie intercepts. Moten sends it back down. Sylvia working on it. Now Hall working on it. Elliott sends it deep. Wayzata on it, back behind the net. Wayzata, long pass. Moten grabs it. Moten over to Miller. Chipped up the wall. Hall gets it and gets knocked to the boards. Wayzata ends up with the puck back behind their net. Wayzata circles back, regroups, and comes cross ice. And Sylvia. Now Hall. Wayzata hacking at it. Sylvia tried to grab it. Now Wayzata has some space and keep moving. Yeah, you can take that. Wayzata feeds the line. Lee almost got a skate on it. Now a shot towards Erickson. Pad save. Wayzata still with possession. Moten hacking at it. And Lee avoids a check. Wayzata ends up with the puck. Long stretch pass. Tucker able to collect it. Cross ice over to Wagner. Dobchuk tried to get it up to Lee. And that's offsides. So the puck drop will be outside the Eden Prairie zone. Dobchuk taking the draw. Looks like Elmquist and Lee are on either side of him. Eden Prairie up by 1. Wagner to Tucker, back to Wagner. Now up the rails and bounced out into the Wayzata zone. Wayzata goalie comes out and knocks it away. Dobchuk on the forecheck. Wayzata hustling back out of their zone. A shot from the slot goes deflected off a stick and over the net. Now Wayzata keeps it low. Moten defending. No, that was Tucker, sorry. Wayzata gets a hold of it and deflected off a stick again and over the net. Swung around the near side. Tucker trying to get in the way, but Wayzata works around him. Wagner tries to lay a hit and swung around the boards, and Dobchuk clears the puck. They're saying no icing. So Eden Prairie's change of personnel. Long stretch pass into the zone. Adams after it. Adams chips it along the boards. Peterson goes cross ice. Doesn't get it out of the zone. I think he was looking to hit someone a little closer to him. Wayzata still with control of the puck. Adams chips it along the boards. Wayzata reverses direction. Now in the far corner. Looking for a centering pass. Adams fighting for it. And Eden Prairie able to grab it. And Peterson goes cross ice. And chipped in by Conrad. Peterson slaps at it, gets it back behind the net. Conrad trying to lay a hit into a Wayzata player. Wayzata sends it to the... Now Conrad tries chipping it down. Segfeld keeps it in briefly. Dobchuk able to get it. Dobchuk with a chance coming in. Tried the... blocker side and knocked away by the Wayzata goalie. Great opportunity for Dobchuk. Peterson feeds the line. Segfeld sent it low. Wayzata gets there first. Shovels it ahead. Miller now with a chance. Takes a shot. Goes wide of the net. Puck's back behind the net. Now it's rung around. And Elliott lets it go. Moten collects the puck. Wayzata change of personnel. Moten getting it out of the zone, chips it ahead, gets it to Elliott, who gets it knocked off his stick. And Wayzata working back the other way. Moten got a stick on it. Moten's still working on it. And Sylvia able to get it over to Miller. Chips it off the wall. Sylvia working his way into the zone. Takes a long shot. Blocker saved by the Wayzata goalie. And Wayzata rings it around. Sylvia fighting for it on the forecheck. Wayzata with it. That ends up in the Wayzata bench, I believe. So they'll bring the puck drop back into the Wayzata zone. 8:03 left in the first period. Shots on goal are 3-3 right now. Eden Prairie with 1 goal lead. Going to move us in just a little bit more. Hall taking the draw. Now it's Lee taking the draw. Lee likes chipping it forward. The puck ended up behind the net. Now Hall sweeping in. Hall gets it. Tries going cross ice to Elmquist. Wayzata able to clear the zone. Tucker sends it back in all the way around. Wayzata chips it off the glass or off the boards. It sends it all the way down. That's going to be icing. So puck drop will be back in the Wayzata zone. Dobchuk taking the draw. 7:30 left in the first. Wayzata gets a hold of it. Peterson able to swing it back around. Conrad tried to grab it. And now Adams sent it up and chipped into the zone and right on net. Wayzata goalie covers it. And puck drop in the Wayzata zone. .708 left in the first period. Dobchuk with the draw. Wayzata gets a hold of the puck, brings it around. Segfeld trying to keep it in. They do. And Peterson sent it across ice. Conrad trying to collect it. He does. Gets it to Peterson, but it was on his backhand, so he couldn't do much. Now he feeds the line. A shot from Adams goes wide of the net. Might have been deflected. And Wayzata ends up with the puck. Cross ice pass. And Wayzata sends it in. Adams knocks it out. And now it's sent down into the Wayzata zone. Wayzata goalie catches up to it. Eden Prairie change of personnel. 6:32 left in the first. Wayzata regrouping back behind their net. Giveaway to Sylvia, who tries centering. And Wayzata player gets a stick on it and dumps the puck out of the zone. Miller over to Segfeld, who circles around back behind the net. Segfeld gets knocked down. Wayzata keeps it in the zone. Segfeld gets back up and gets pinched to the wall. Wayzata working their way back into the Eden Prairie zone. Coming in hot, looking for a pass, tries centering, goes right through. Wayzata collects the puck. Hall distracting him. Almost got a hold of it. Wayzata cross ice. Into the Eden Prairie zone. Miller knocks it off his stick. Wayzata keeps it in the zone. And sent it back past the end line. Now it's lines fed, and Sylvia able to get a stick on it and clear the zone. Moten got a Dobchuk. Wayzata knocked it away from his stick, coming in the slot, and Miller able to clear it away from in front of Erickson. Wayzata putting on the pressure. Now they feed the line. Coming in. Now past the end line. Fighting for the puck low. Lee gets it up to Elmquist. Elmquist with a chance. Coming in. Tried to go 5-hole. Almost made it through. Dobchuk got a stick on it. Took a shot. Now it's centered. Rung around. Tucker on it. Trying to keep it low. Lee fighting for it. Tucker gets it on his stick, sends it towards the net. Stick saved by the Wayzata goalie. And Wayzata clears the zone. Wagner over to Tucker, who sends it high in the air and deep into the Wayzata zone. Wayzata working their way across neutral. Tried taking a shot, fanned on it. And Wagner almost cleared the zone. Wayzata still working hard. Keeping it in the zone. Wagner gets in front of it. Now Hall trying to work his way out. Pushes it forward. And Wayzata Goes D to D and right back into the Eden Prairie zone. Now a shot wide of the net. Fighting for it along the far half wall. Conrad tried to get a hold of it. He does. And sends it to Peterson, who's trying to work his way in. Oh, Conrad gets tripped, and that is going to be another power play for Eden Prairie. And the puck drop will end up in the Wayzata zone. .318 left in the first period. Eden Prairie up by 1 and on the power play. Conrad with the draw. Ref scolding the players behind him. Peterson able to feed the line. Dobchuk with it. Cross ice to Adams. Back to Peterson. Peterson takes a shot and gloved by the Wayzata goalie and held. So puck drop in the Wayzata zone again on the far dot. Conrad taking the draw. Segfeld Adams on either side. Dobchuk and Peterson taking the D positions. Peterson sends it low. Wayzata ends up catching up to the puck first and sends it high in the air all the way down, and that's going to be icing. So puck drop will come back to the Wayzata zone. Eden Prairie is 5-on-3 right now. I'm sorry, yes. 5-on-3. So it's 2-man advantage for the next 141. Conrad with the draw. Wayzata with the puck. Wayzata rings it on the near side. Conrad stops it, but it ends up outside the zone. Dobchuk gets it over to Adams. Now Peterson takes a shot. Oh, goes off the crossbar and high into the rafters, so they blow the whistle. Great opportunity for Peterson. I bet he was salivating at that one. Dave has a few words to communicate to his players. Conrad taking the draw. Gets it back to Peterson, over to Dobchuk. Coming in, oh, off the post. Dobchuk hit the post. Adams with it to Peterson, to Dobchuk. Takes another shot, glove. Dobchuk with the, ooh. Eden Prairie up by 2. Dobchuk gets the bounce off the glove and into the net. It dribbled right past the goal line. So congratulations. 2:24 left in the first period. 1 penalty will stay on the clock, so Eden Prairie will still have a man advantage for the next 1:15. Paul with the draw. Sylvia over to Moten. Moten cross ice to hit Elmquist. Gets pushed off the puck. Now Wayzata working their way back the other way. Chips it into the Eden Prairie zone. Moten on it. Trying to get there first. Lee able to grab the puck. Moten got the guy. Lee working his way out. Gets it knocked off his stick. Wayzata working their way in. Sylvia got a shoulder into it. Erickson makes the save and then dives on the loose puck. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. You know how the game's going next door over there?
3-0 Wayzata.
Okay.
I'm just getting here, so I just saw the score late.
Paul taking the draw. Paul still fighting for it. Ends up kicking it past the end line. Moten sends it to Elmquist. Elmquist chips it up, gets it to Paul, who does a backhand to Lee, working into the zone. Lee sends it deep. Paul on it. Paul fighting for it, gets knocked off the puck. Wayzata chips it off the boards. Moten keeps it deep. Now Elmquist working his way around. Sent it deep again to Hall. Hall tried to hit Elmquist, a little too, not enough mustard on it. Now Wayzata chips it off the glass, and that ends up going all the way down. That's going to be icing. 7 seconds left in the Eden Prairie power play. Shots on goal right now are Eden Prairie 10 and Wayzata 4. Puck drop in the Wayzata zone. 1:15 left in the period. Eden Prairie up by 2. Dobchuk, Peterson, Conrad, Tucker, and Wagner out there. Peterson grabs a hold of the puck. Sends it towards the net. Looking for Conrad. Stick got in the way. Dobchuk able to chip it down. Now Conrad trying to get a hold of it. Laid a shoulder into a Wayzata player. Dobchuk to Tucker. Outside the zone, and Tucker was just winding up to shoot that, and he pulled it out of the zone. So that puck drop will be right there, and it's 5-on-5 hockey right now. Wayzata is out of the penalty box. Dobchuk taking the draw. Wayzata ends up with it. Working his way through neutral, sends it all the way in, rings it around. Wayzata along the half wall, chips it down deep. Now they're fighting for it back behind the net. Wayzata chips it out to the line, keeps it in. Now cross ice pass. Now a shot saved by Erickson. Conrad got a stick on it briefly, and Wayzata able to send it low. Wagner tried to get a hold of it. Tucker sends it right across the blue paint. Conrad tried to go do a seam pass. Now Dobchuk chips it off the glass and sends it all the way down. That's going to be icing. 5 seconds, 4.7 seconds left in the first period. Puck drop will be in the Eden Prairie zone for the last 4.7. Hall taking the draw. Wayzata got it on their stick real quick, and that's the end of the period. Well, puck ends up all the way down. I believe the teams are going to take a minute to have a little chat, and then start with the action again. So Wayzata saw some penalties. Eden Prairie, Eden Prairie penalty free. Wayzata ended up giving Eden Prairie 3 or 4 power plays. Eden Prairie capitalized on one. So after 1, shots on goal, Eden Prairie 11, Wayzata 5. Eden Prairie up by 2 after 1. Erickson with some nice saves. Glad to see Eden Prairie getting the puck out of the zone as quickly as possible. And they're breaking the huddle. We're ready to start action again. So Erickson will head to our right. And the Wayzata goalie will head to the left. Both goalies are ready to go, and Conrad looks like he's ready to go. And looks like Eden Prairie's back on the power play. 2 minutes on the clock for something. Right at the end of the period, I guess. Peterson chips it up to Conrad. Wayzata keeps it in the zone, though. Dobchuk works it around to Claire. Peterson, Dobchuk was able to slap it out of the zone. Wayzata with the puck, though. Wayzata shorthanded. Segfeld on the forecheck, along with Conrad. Getting in the way. Adams gets a hold of the puck, rings it around. Dobchuk keeps it in, and then gets it knocked out by the Wayzata player. Peterson after it. Gets it to Dobchuk. Just nicked it enough. Now Dobchuk working his way through neutral ice. Dobchuk coming in. Looking for a pass. Still with puck. Tried getting it to Conrad, but puck ends up outside the zone. Dobchuk after it. Got it to Peterson. Gets knocked down. And Dobchuk able to clear the zone. Still working on it, and that is offside. So a puck drop will be right here in front of us. 13:50 left in the period. 51 seconds left in the Eden Prairie power play. Hall taking the draw. Puck ends up in the Wayzata zone. Lee on the forecheck. Checks him hard into the boards. They both go down. It's rung around. Wayzata knocks it out of the zone. Hall tried to catch up with it. And Wayzata coming in. Right in front of Erickson. A shot. Saved by Erickson. Moten fighting for it. Lee grabs a hold of it. It's 26 seconds left on the power play. Elmquist. And that Elmquist sends it in. Hall might have been offsides there. Lee gets it back to the line. Moten back to Lee. Wayzata gets a stick on it. Now Moten back to Lee. Cross ice. Hits Sylvia, who took a shot, deflected off a stick and goes over the net. And Wayzata chips it around. And it's 5-on-5 hockey again. And a shot wide of the net. Wayzata seems to have a little jump in their step, even though they're down by 2. Moten. Sylvia able to get it. No, yeah, that was Sylvia. Able to get it out of in front of Erickson's way, and Eden Prairie ice the puck. So puck drop in the Eden Prairie zone. 12:36 left in the second. Conrad trying to work his way through a maze of players. Wayzata got a hold of it. Conrad gets it to Dobchuk into the zone. Dobchuk still with possession. Dobchuk sends it lower to Conrad. Peterson trying to hack at it. Wayzata gets a hold of it. Brings it around the near side. And they clear the zone. Dobchuk gets a hold of it, sends it back to Wagner, over to Tucker. Tucker sends a saucer. Dobchuk into the zone. Dobchuk sends it low. Conrad on the forecheck. Peterson almost got a hold of it. Now a shot from the point, bouncing puck. And puck sent all the way down on net. Tucker after it. Tucker up to Hall. Hall almost hit Elliott, but led him a little too far. Now Tucker working his way into the zone, takes a shot, and gloved down by the Wayzata goalie and held. So puck drop in the Wayzata zone. Hall taking the draw. Not anymore. Sylvia's taking the draw. Elliott switching sides. Ends up at the line. Shot towards the net. Pad save. Elliott got knocked down. Wayzata with the puck. Sylvia's going to be the first one on it. Sends it low again. Hall trying to track it down. Wayzata gets a hold of it. Chips it up the boards. Elliott tried to lay a hit into a Wayzata player. Wayzata sends it all the way into the Eden Prairie zone. Miller on it. Up to Sylvia. Sylvia trying to avoid a check. Wayzata centers. Now he has it and went off the crossbar. And Sylvia lays in a hit on a Wayzata player. Hall knocks one down. We have a penalty going on Hall, I guess. Mr. Stegfeld handling the door. So Hall's going to the box. Wayzata going on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Puck drop will be in the Eden Prairie zone. So Eden Prairie pulling out the penalty kill with 10:33 left in the second period. Lee taking the draw. Lee gets a hold of it, chips it off the glass. Wayzata regrouping, circling around the back of the net. Elmquist on the forecheck, trying to track it down. Wayzata sends it deep into the Eden Prairie zone. Adams rings it around. Elmquist trying to get a hold of it and knocks it up the wall. If Lee can get there, well, that might be looks like Lee was held back by the Wayzata defenseman, and they're going to call that icing. .05 left in the second period. Eden Prairie on the penalty kill for the next 132. Conrad taking the draw. Ends up at the point. Now at their half wall. Wayzata setting up their power play. Tried to go cross ice, ended up in the stands. No one got hurt. Puck's right down there. Brandy, good arm, good arm. Dobchuk taking the draw. Wayzata D to D, takes a shot towards the net, and Erickson with the save, he holds it as well. Lee taking the draw. Wayzata with a quick shot, went wide of the net. I think it was deflected. Wayzata rings it around the back of the Eden Prairie net. Trying centering, and Wayzata scores. Caught Erickson going to the far side and snuck it in on the near side. I think with the backhand. So Wayzata cuts the Eden Prairie lead in half. 2-1. Dobchuk taking the draw. Segfeld into the Wayzata zone. Sends it deep. Wayzata on the puck. Chipped it off the wall. Segfeld on it. Peterson reverses direction after getting a hold of the puck. Peterson coming in. Tried to go across ice to Dobchuk. Gets it, chips it in. Chips it. Hit the goalie in the mask, I think. Dobchuk takes another shot after he wheels and fires. And Wayzata clears the puck. And that's going to be icing. Dobchuk with 2 grade A opportunities. 8:51 left in the second. 2-1 game. Dobchuk taking the draw. Segfeld chips it to the wall. Wayzata ends up with it, gets it out of the zone. Adams trying to stop the progression, and Conrad gets it into the zone. Dobchuk working on it, sends it deep. Peterson after it. Tries sending it low, but ends up on a Wayzata stick and working their way into the Eden Prairie zone. Segfeld defending, staying on him. And somehow there's a guy that knocked the Wayzata goalie, the Wayzata player knocked the net off its moorings. So puck drop will be right outside the Eden Prairie zone. Eden Prairie changing personnel. Hall taking the draw. Tucker and Wagner out there along with Hall, Sylvia, and Elliott. Tucker chips around the back of the net. Wagner. Wayzata keeps it in zone. Tucker on it. Wayzata right out in front. Saved by Erickson. Trying to go near side. Hall able to get a stick on it. Still slapping at it and ends up outside the zone. Wayzata. Tucker over to Wagner, able to clear the zone. And Wayzata working their way back into the Eden Prairie zone. 5-on-5 hockey right now. Erickson covers it for a puck drop in the Eden Prairie zone. .737 left in the second period. Dobchuk taking the draw. Wayzata ends up with it. Tried to take a pass it, but fanned on it. Now Wayzata D is trying to make it go the other way. Moten gets it out of the zone. Now Lee tried to cross ice his shot, saved by Erickson. Ends up in the far corner. Wayzata feeds the line. Another shot from the point, saved by Erickson. And Wayzata leaves the zone on their own. Wayzata trying to set up again. Elmquist on the forecheck. Miller able to shovel it forward. Now Lee. Lee gets held, but no call there. Wayzata working their way back the other way. Sends it cross ice to the near corner. Wayzata on it. All trying to get a hold of it. Miller chips it up to, tried to hit Elmquist, but it was a bouncing puck. Wayzata, sharp angle shot, and Erickson with the save and holds it. So puck drop will be in the Eden Prairie zone. 6:28 left in the second period. Eden Prairie up by 1. As you probably can see, shots on goal favor Eden Prairie by 2. Hall taking the draw. Wayzata wheels and fires and gloved by Erickson. Held. Puck drop again in the Eden Prairie zone. Hall with the draw. Sent towards Erickson. He dives on it and covers it. Ends up at the line. Cross ice, shot towards Erickson. Rebound ended up in the blue paint, but went to the far corner. Now Wayzata tried a centering pass, and that ends up going all the way down into the Wayzata zone. Peterson on the forecheck. Wayzata rings it around the near side. Wayzata coming into the Eden Prairie zone. Just let him skate right on in. Adams trying to slap it away. Shovels it to the corner. Conrad gets hit hard to the boards. Hall brings it around, trying to hit Conrad, but it went too far. Shot from the point, gloved by Erickson, and he holds it. Wayzata pouring it on a little bit. 5:33 left in the second period. Another puck drop in the Eden Prairie zone. Dobchuk taking the draw. Tucker tries knocking it away. Dobchuk gets a hold of it. Up to Conrad, and Dobchuk able to shovel it in further. Or that was Elliott. Elliott trying to get a hold of it. Wayzata working their way across neutral ice. Now centered. Ends up at the line. Now along the half wall. Tried sending it low, but hit a Eden Prairie skate. Elliott tried to go cross ice, but that went off a Wayzata skate. Dobchuk chips it up the wall, tried to hit Sylvia. Wagner tried to stop the progression, but Wayzata centers. It's right out in front. Oh. Tucker able to kick it away, and Tucker sends it around the back of the net. Sylvia tried sending it further. Dobchuk working on it, and Sylvia. Sylvia is able to clear the zone, and the puck will not make it off icing, but Eden Prairie changes personnel. Wayzata with a long stretch pass, takes a shot, saved by Erickson, and he holds it. That was a great save. 4:21 left in the second period. Wayzata pouring it on right now. Eden Prairie needs to neutralize that. Wayzata feeds the line, shot. Erickson with the save, rebound right in front. Erickson covers and holds it, and there's a lot of activity right in front of the net. Erickson on his belly. Ref calms that situation down, and there'll be another puck drop in the Eden Prairie zone. Hall taking the draw. Wayzata gets it on their stick, centers it, shot, saved by Erickson, another shot, saved by Erickson, puck's back behind the net, going around the far side. Hall trying to get a hold of it, brings it around for Elmquist. Puck ends up back behind the net. Miller on it, chips it around the boards. Elmquist got knocked down, and that's Wayzata's headed to the box. Elmquist has to fix his helmet. So Eden Prairie going on the power play with 3:50 left in the second period. So the puck drop will be in the Wayzata zone. Little squabble with her coach and the refs about whether that was a penalty or not. And now that's a 2 and 10, I guess. Is that a 2 and 10, Troy? Wayzata tries sending it out. Dobchuk sends it low. Segfeld on it. Segfeld still with it. Gets it up to Conrad. Back to Segfeld. Segfeld cross ice. Hit Peter Dobchuk. Now down to Conrad. Adams chips it out to Dobchuk. Now to Conrad, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Might have deflected off someone. And Dobchuk feathers it to Peterson. Now back to Dobchuk. Hitting Conrad. Working his way into the zone. Conrad takes a shot and hits the W in the goalie's sweater. 1:14 left in the Eden Prairie power play. Conrad taking the draw. Dobchuk and Conrad switch places. Wayzata wheels it around and now send it all the way down. That's going to be icing. 1:06 left in the Eden Prairie power play. Paul's taking the draw as Elmquist and Lee out there along with Moten and Sylvia. Elmquist gets it to Sylvia. Back down to Elmquist. Back to Sylvia. Back to Elmquist. Now down to Hall. To Lee. To Moten. Lee trying to find it in his skates. And Wayzata is able to clear the zone. Sylvia fighting for it. Wayzata ends up back behind the net, right out in front. Saved by Erickson. Sylvia goes cross ice, hits Hall. Hall to Elmquist. Elmquist working his way in. Elmquist feeds the line. Sylvia tried to send it back to Elmquist, but Wayzata got a stick on it. Now Moten chasing after the puck. And looks like Eden Prairie's going to the box. So 4-on-4 hockey for the next 15 seconds. Sylvia's going to the box for 2 minutes. So after 15 seconds, it was interference. After 15 seconds, Wayzata will go on the power play. Conrad taking the draw. Ends up on Tucker's stick, back behind the net. Tucker looking for his options. Gets it to Conrad, back to Tucker. No, that's Wagner. Conrad tried to shimmy it up to Peterson. Now Conrad on the move. Into the Wayzata zone, trying to get around the defenseman. Lays a hit into the Wayzata player. Cross ice pass. Wayzata sends low. Tucker trying to get a hold of it. Now it's centered right out in front. Erickson with the save. And another shot hit the inside of the net. I'm not quite sure. Erickson looks like he's hurt. Erickson's rolling around. He had to shake out his hand there. But he did get up and he's going to continue playing. 1:15 left in the period. 1:11 left on the Wayzata power play. Wayzata setting it up. Paul trying to chip it away. Paul able to slap it away, and that's going to be icing, but 1:02 left in the period. So puck drop in the Eden Prairie zone again. 58 seconds left in the Wayzata power play. Wayzata gets a hold of it. Now it's at the line. Now down along the half wall. Takes a shot. Saved by Erickson, who tries to knock it away. Puck still rolling around and chipped off the boards, and that is going to be icing again.
Go fast! faster!
So puck drop back in the Eden Prairie zone. First period went a lot better for the Eagles than the second period has. It's good that the Eagles have only allowed one. Paul with the draw. Wayzata gets it on his stick, tries taking a shot, goes through the blue paint and all the way to the far side. Segfeld trying to get a hold of it, along with Hall. Wayzata on the near side, near half wall, back behind the Eden Prairie net. "18 seconds left in the period. Centered, knocked off Wayzata player's stick. Wayzata looking for the, ends up feeding the line, goes cross ice. Trying to hit the back door. And that's the end of the period. Wayzata not rewarded for all their activity in the last 2 minutes of the period. So, good for the Eagles, staying one up after 2 periods of play. They're going to head to the locker room, have a nice discussion. Hopefully Erickson's doing okay. Shots on goal for Wayzata, 23. Eden Prairie, 16. So I believe that Eden Prairie didn't have that many shots on goal this period. So we'll have to wait and see about how they're going to come out in the third period. So until the Zamboni's done, I'll talk to you then.
Can I put this here?
Sure. Oh. That wasn't a good period for us.
That's the sloppiest you've ever seen. That was just...
For us to get out of there with only one goal,
I got lucky.
it looked like Erickson got hurt there.
I got nervous there for a few seconds. It just looks like everyone's just leg moves. Slow. I don't think we're going to get this right.
You don't think so?
It's going to be tight.
Well, hopefully we're in the lead at that point.
That was a weird This is the first time they started at 4 o'clock. And it's just not a good time. Early or late.
I think they came out forward in the first period. They looked really tight. This body over just not awesome.
If he doesn't telegraph, he's usually pretty successful in getting through or going. It's a little easier for him to do it on the left-handed center because the left-handed center is coming. He's trying to go three steps this way. Always going to his right. Typically, it's always to his right. So it depends if the guy's left-handed. It's easier for him to step forward. Just want to see it like 2 ways. Yeah, I mean, they probably shot us 15.
I don't even know if it was 5.
Yeah.
Before we can beat them again.
We got to score first. The key is to get one. Play that third period. The best second period of the whole season. Well, there's 2, but one against Warhead was really good. The first time we played.
Yeah.
And the third period against Centennial was the best of the period they played all season. 3-1 win. They played games, making hard on the This is nice to do. Oh, we're going to play with the Centennials. We do a lot of regional stuff up here. Next week there's the Tier 1 league is right here for their championships. So that plays here. Just what it says. I see
we are getting ready to go here. The Zamboni just heading off. Eden Prairie is still up by 1, even after the Zamboni went through. Talking to Mr. Lee during the intermission here. We need to come out strong. It's a tough period for the Eagles, that second period, but we're still in the lead, so that's good. Now it's about how they start that third period. So let's hope it's strong. Eden Prairie heading up. Still waiting for the Wayzata players. Coach Dave already on the bench. So the game against Edina the other night, Edina scored within the first 10 seconds of the third period, so we'll see how motivated our boys are for the third period here. What's the score over there? You know?
They lost 3-0. Can I just leave this here?
Sure. Can we put it to the middle of the table though? So the Eagle varsity team lost to Wayzata 3-0 in the other rink that just ended a few minutes ago. Erickson looks like he's still standing, which is good. Headed off to the goal. Refs are ready to go, and we're ready to start. 15 minutes on the clock. Wayzata. Eden Prairie. Adams had it. Now Conrad working his way through. Backhands it into the Wayzata zone. Job check on the forecheck. Wayzata gets it out of the zone. Conrad knocks him into the boards, and Conrad sends it back the other way. No icing. The wet ice stopped that puck. Wayzata working across neutral. Now it's centered. Gotchuk gets a hold of it and gets it up to Conrad, who's working his way in. Gets it knocked off his stick in the near corner. Looks like the ice is still a little wet down there. Wayzata able to clear the zone. And Segfeld after the puck. Segfeld goes cross ice, tried to Tucker, but Wayzata intercepts it. Wayzata with possession back behind the Eden Prairie net. Lee has Hall to his right. Lee tried to work past a Wayzata player, hit his skate. Wayzata working back the other way in the high slot. Coming in, tries to get a shot, but fanned on it. Wayzata still with possession, feeds the line, sends it towards the net, deflected off a player out front. Wayzata fans on another shot, now sent it towards the net a little closer, and Tucker able to clear the zone, and that might be right on net here. Wayzata goalie lets the puck go past the end line. Surprised that he stepped out of the way, further away from his net. So the puck drop will be in the Eden Prairie zone. 13:08 left in the third. Dobchuk taking the draw. Miller tries shoveling it up, ends up at the line, shot wide of the net. Moten takes a hack at it, ends up out front. Miller sends it away from the net. Dobchuk tried to track it down. Sylvia taking a swat at it. Moten gets in the way. Now Dobchuk with the puck. Brings it around. Elliott able to clear the zone. Wayzata gets possession though. D to D. Now they're working back into the zone. Takes the shot wide of the net, high and wide. Sylvia gets it out of the zone. Moten knocks it forward. Wayzata ends up with the puck. Now a long stretch pass. Adams. Now a shot. Now the puck's right out in front. And it's cleared by Eden Prairie and all the way down. That's going to be icing. 12:02 left in the third. Eden Prairie having trouble getting out of their zone. Wayzata with lots of chances. Erickson staying strong though. Ball taking the draw. Wayzata gets it on the stick. Feeds the line. Peterson able to hack at it. Now Peterson with the chance takes a shot. Save. Conrad trying to track it down. And Wayzata tries chipping it high in the air. Conrad gets a hold of it. Gets it over to Peterson. Takes a shot. Didn't make it all the way to the net. Peterson chips it down to Conrad, who tried to hit Hall. Peterson right out in front. Hall trying to track it down again. Hall trying to keep it in the zone. Wayzata cross ice now in the slot, takes a shot. Blockered away by Erickson. Wayzata gets a hold of it. Keeps it in the zone. Wayzata still with possession, centered it. Another shot goes in the net. Wayzata scores on Erickson over the glove. Top shelf. Ties it up 2-2 with 10:57 left in the third period. Wayzata's been putting on the pressure though. Full 4 minutes to start this period. Dobchuk taking the draw. Ends up on Wagner's stick over to Tucker. Tucker gets it to Dobchuk, who's working his way into the zone. Tried chipping it off the boards. Dobchuk sent it towards the net. It's right out front. Ends up on a Wayzata stick. Elliott gets a hold of it. Now Dobchuk working his way into the zone. Tried taking his shot. Deflected off a stick. Now Wayzata working their way back the other way. Tucker able to knock the puck away. Dobchuk trying to do some damage. Now it's centered. Another shot. Dobchuk gets in the way. Knocks it down. Dobchuk sends it across ice. Sylvia trying to track it down. Wayzata coming back into the Eden Prairie zone. Wagner chasing it down. Now Tucker able to grab it and rings it around. Ends up at the line. Sent low. Now it's out front. Sylvia fans on the icing. Now Wayzata with a little jump in their step. Takes a shot. Saved by Erickson. He gloves it and holds it. 9:50 left in the third. Tie ball game. Paul taking the draw. Still working on it. Miller gets a hold of it, rings it around the far side. Wayzata there. Centering. Deflected off a stick. Miller chips it ahead. Peterson gets a hold of it. Peterson rings it around. Conrad has to come back and collect it. Conrad circles around and working his way out of the zone. Conrad still with the puck. Takes a long shot, and that's sticked away by the Wayzata goalie. Miller tried to keep it in briefly, and Wayzata sends it all the way down. That's going to be icing. So puck dropped in the Wayzata zone. 9:14 left in the third. Hall taking the draw.
Here he goes.
Wayzata gets it on his stick and rings it around. Clears the zone. Wayzata backtracking, regrouping. Working into the Eden Prairie zone. Miller going to the box for a trip. 8:58 left in the third period. So Wayzata going on the power play. 2-2 game. So Miller heads to the box. Lee taking the draw. Wayzata feeds the line. Cross ice. Now down to the half wall. Wayzata passing back and forth on the far side. Cross ice. Shot fanned on, and then next shot ended up getting deflected. Wayzata still with possession. Elmquist knocked it away briefly, but Wayzata able to catch up with it. Now working his way in. Shot. Erickson with the save. Now it's sent behind the Eden Prairie net. Adams after it. Wayzata with the puck. Sent it towards Erickson, and he covers and holds. So puck drop in the Eden Prairie zone again. 8:14 left in the third. Eden Prairie struggling to get it out of the zone. 1:17 left on the power play. Hall with the draw. Wagner gets it on his stick. Backhands it up. Ends up feeding the line. Going in, takes a shot. Saved by Erickson. Gloves it and holds it. Hall taking the draw again. Moten chips up the wall. Wayzata keeps it in. Cross ice, bad pass, ends up outside the zone, so they'll need to regroup. Wayzata working their way across neutral. Tucker trying to defend. Erickson has to make a save. Pad save, and he holds it. .43 seconds left in the Wayzata power play. Lee with the draw. Wayzata has control. Cross ice. Deflected. Another feed. Another shot. Erickson with the save. Puck's right out front. And the whistle. And the net came off its moorings. Erickson ended up on his backside. .724 left in the game. 27 seconds left in the power play. Game time says 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Wayzata ends up with the puck. Seam pass. Cut off by Lee. Lee's tracking his way down. Lee with the chance. Cross ice. Elmquist took a swipe at it. Went wide of the net. Another shot saved by Erickson. And Erickson's glove came flying off, so they blew the whistle. .653 left in the third. 5-on-5 hockey right now. Peterson gets a hold of the puck. Now Dobchuk tried to go cross ice to Conrad. Peterson able to intercept that. Peterson coming in, takes a shot. Gloved by the Wayzata goalie and held. That was quite a shot. Trying to go far side post.
Come on, boys!
Dobchuk with the draw. Wayzata with the puck. Conrad reverses direction on a pass from Moten. Conrad circling around. Brings it around the near side, looking for Peterson. Tried centering for Dobchuk. A little too much for him. Peterson still with the puck. Peterson chips it off the wall. Moten takes a swing at it and saved by the Wayzata goalie, held.
Keep going, boys!
So the game clock's down to 7 minutes, 20 seconds. There's 6:11 on the clock. So I believe this game will end before the game clock ends. Dobchuk with the draw. Conrad able to keep it in. Conrad gets it on his stick, tried centering. Wayzata clears it. Now it's centered. Wayzata had a guy on the back door, and Moten able to chip it along to the wall. Peterson chips it up, gets it to Dobchuk. Dobchuk hits Conrad. Conrad takes a shot, goes wide, high and wide. Moten keeps it in. Briefly, Dobchuk sends it in. That's offsides. Peterson didn't quite get there. So, both teams changing personnel. And they're moving the draw in front of the Eden Prairie zone. Hall with the draw. Lee gets a hold of it. A lot of stick checking going on. Lee shovels it forward. Wayzata gets it on their sticks. Hall gets knocked around a bit. Now Wayzata working their way into the zone. Going cross ice. Wayzata keeps it down low. Adams collects the puck back behind the net. Brings it around. Elmquist tries keeping it going. Wayzata keeps it low. Now it's centered, and that ends up outside the zone. Wayzata chasing it down. 4:53 left in the game. Wayzata still with the puck. Oh, long stretch pass. Segfeld cuts it off. Segfeld working his way into the zone. Segfeld tries a backhand and pad saved by the Wayzata goalie. Now it was sent up front. Tucker got a skate on it, and Wayzata dumps it deep into the Eden Prairie zone. Now it's centered. Did a skate. Dobchuk sends it back behind the net. Tucker on it. Tucker loses a handle on it. Elmquist chips it off the glass, and that could be icing. It's going to be. So I'll bring the puck drop back in the Eden Prairie zone. Dobchuk taking the draw. Wayzata with the puck. Tried centering. Sylvia chips it off the wall and down into the Wayzata zone. Elliott on the forecheck. Dobchuk almost had it. Now Wayzata working their way back the other way. Wagner defending. Erickson able to make a stop, and Sylvia gets it out of the zone. Wayzata coming right back in. Now a quick shot and wide of the net. Wayzata trying to keep it low. Tucker on it. Slapping at it. Elliott cross ice pass to Sylvia. And Sylvia tries to flip it in the air, and Wayzata ends up with it. Wayzata D goes D to D and chip it into the Eden Prairie zone. Tucker after it. Tucker sends it all the way in on net. Shoot away by the Wayzata goalie. Hall gets it. Tries centering. Peterson tried to get a stick on it. Now Wayzata working back the other way. Wayzata on the rush. Takes a shot. Saved by Erickson, and he holds it. 2:59 left on the game clock. 3:10 remaining. In the game. Morton able to chip it up. Conrad with the chance coming in. Conrad takes a shot, ends up sending it into the netting. My camera was a little off, sorry about that. Ended up going
Keep going on, keep going, bud.
high in the air. Job check with the draw. Moten and Miller after it. Moten still going backwards, trying to make some room. Peterson gets it out to Dobchuk. Almost hit Conrad. Dobchuk ends up with it, takes a shot. Saved by the Wayzata goalie. Dobchuk tried to center it, but it hit the back of the net. Wayzata working their way back out. Miller chips it ahead. Dobchuk chips it along the wall. Dobchuk, stick saved by the Wayzata goalie. Tried to center again, and Wayzata sends it all the way down. On net. Miller on it. Now up to Adams. Adams takes a shot. Saved by the Wayzata goalie. Wayzata gets hold of the puck. Glove down and sent up into the Eden Prairie zone. Right out in front. Wide shot, wide of the net, and all right out in front. Lee was able to get a stick on it. Elmquist chipped it up to Lee and got it knocked off his stick. Back into the Eden Prairie zone. Adams on it. A little too far for Adams. Elmquist gets a hold of it. Elmquist tried to go cross ice, but knocked down by a stick. Lee tried to grab a hold of it. Hall got it knocked off his stick. 1:10 left in the game. 53 seconds in the... that'll probably do it for the game. There's 48 seconds left on the game clock. Score clock is 106. So there's 30 seconds left in the game here. Dobchuk tried to get a hold of it. Conrad as well. Shot. Erickson with the save. Conrad gets a hold of it. Tries going cross ice to Peterson. Cut off by Wayzata player. Now Dobchuk working his way into the zone. Dobchuk still with the puck. Tried to take a real sharp angle shot. Wayzata. Dobchuk tries a backhand towards the net and bouncing puck. And that is the end of the game. So, tie ball game. Ended up being 33 seconds left on the clock. So Eden Prairie and Wayzata tie this one. Heck of a performance by Erickson. So we're going to leave this Saturday afternoon in a tie. 2-2 tie. Shots on goal for Wayzata were 37. Shots on goal for Eden Prairie were 27. Wayzata seemed to have the advantage in the second and third period. Eden Prairie had a really good first period. So until next time, we'll see you around the block.